Yo, hello everybody. So two trades today, one loss, one win. Essentially the exact same trade. Just I got stopped out. Well, I got wicked out, and then I was like, nah, I'm going back in. And that's exactly what happened. Mainly because the candle that took me out didn't close below. Sorry, this is the candle that took me out, but it did not close below my FEG, my inverse FEG. It just went really low down, wicked me out, and reversed and kept going. So I was like, nah, this is still valid. Let's hop back in. So actually, this is the first time this has ever happened to me. Even in, I don't remember a case like this in backtesting where this has happened to me either. Where, so how I do it is my candles, right? This is the first candle that breaks in. This is like the start of the push through the inverse, the FEG to create an inverse. So usually I put my stop below there, right? I gave it about 3 ticks, which was fine. But then on the second candle, we got wicked out, and you can see that we closed inside, right? We didn't break this inverse. So I was like, nah, we're still valid. So I hopped back in, like somewhere like this. We were still in this FEG when I hopped back in, yeah. And then we kept going. All right, so let's kind of break it down, see what we see, and understand what was going on with this trade. I actually closed the day green. I was green on the day, even though I only took 66% profit. I still closed the day green, so I'm really happy about that. So yeah, let's break it on down. So we had news, CPIs. You can see, kind of crazy. This just how this is a news low, so I knew what I was looking at. Coming into the day, this might have been a trade. Didn't really like it all too much, just because. I mean, you can see all these bearish candles, right? We can usually come in here and keep going short, right? So I didn't want to risk it. I wanted the price to develop a little bit more, as well as we had news again at 9:45, right? So you can see that here, 9:45 candle, a little wonky. It is what it is. Then coming up to 10 o'clock, right? 10 o'clock was a crazy one, because as you can see, it was 9:59 candle was pushing much higher, shoots down at the end of the 9:59 candle, then shoots right back up at 10 o'clock. So yeah, wonky. It was news again, something from Michigan. So I was like, all right, look, we have this H1 imbalance, right? So the H1 real quick. You can see it pretty clearly here. Shoot, no, you can't see it. Well, you can kind of see it, but there's this imbalance on the H1. Right? Actually, let me go 30-minute. You'll see it on the 30. Yes. So you'll see there's this massive imbalance here on the 30-minute, right? So I was like, all right, if it is that price truly wants to go higher from here to all-time highs, we are gonna have to fill that in, right? There's no doubt about it that I should probably just wait till that gets filled in and then look to go long. So that's exactly what happened. I was really patient in here. I was like, oh, this thing doesn't want to move. I saw that we were starting to round over. I debated whether I should take shorts into this level. And I was like, yeah, maybe shorts could work. This was what I was looking at, but I was a little too hesitant to take it. Right, so something like this, where this will be a reclaimed FEG, where, well, no, sorry, this is technically an inverse, but it's too many taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 taps into it, so I wouldn't. It's not something I would take, and that's why I didn't take it. And I was like, this looks like something. Came back, retested it, and then we rolled over. But I was like, let's kind of wait for a better confirmation. And the better confirmation was just this: us coming into this price inefficiency, as price did. We looked really good. Once this candle printed, I was like, ooh, this looks really nice. And I really wanted price to come back up here in 3 to 4 candles. I wanted this to get broken in 3 to 4 candles. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. It got broken. And from there, that's when I took my entry, my first entry, right on open. I put my stop below where I have been putting my stop below for better part of a year, and 5 ticks below, and you can see I just got ticked out. I got wicked out, and I was out, and I was like, yo, what the hell? Then I waited, and I saw, look, this thing just closed right back in here. There's no way. The previous candle closed inside, or pretty much on the line. This candle closed way up. I'm getting in once this candle closed. And you can see this is just a very momentous candle. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting in. That's exactly what I did. And I went break even at this point here. Break even, and I pretty much took, well, not pretty much, I did take 66% target up here. Now I trade on, what do you call that? Alpha ticks. So you're not going to see that. But I made $217 on one of my accounts today. No, sorry, $217 with the loss and win today. So that's my total gain. Across 2 accounts, so that's however much that is. $434. Alright. So yeah, it was decent. I did see that we had these equal highs here. Originally, I had my target, my full target right here, and I wasn't planning to take any partials. But something told me no. On the 5 minute, I think it was. Yeah, on the 5 minute, after going break even, we were looking like this, right? These 2 candles looked very much like this was taking liquidity, wanting to push higher, and ultimately take out all-time highs. And that's where I decided, you know what? Let's take the partial a little bit earlier, which was at this, which is technically a liquidity point. This is pretty much the first liquidity point in this entire leg. I'll say, look, let me take my partials here and hold the rest. So I took 10 contracts off, and I held the rest to the next high. I think I'm going to trade NQ going forward because I do have the capital for it, and I'm going to be a little bit less risky with it. Just 2 contracts. 1 for partials and 1 for full target. So I think that's how I'm going to rock. And yeah, we'll see how that goes going forward. And you can see after that price just kind of rolled over. And by then it was 11 o'clock, so I was done. Once we came back down to the break-even spot, I was done and I was out for the day. And yeah, looking back, would I have closed? Would it have made sense to close full volume there? Potentially. And what I mean by that is, as you know, I already took 1 loss on one of my accounts. Decided to get another one. And that 1 loss had me in... When I was at this point, I was already back in profit on that 1 account. So I probably should have done that. Went into a new week with fresh kind of thoughts. And pretty much break even on that account. I would have been up on the second account about 500-ish bucks. So that's something to look at for the future. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's the trade recap and the trade reasoning. So 1 loss and 1 win today.